Ladies and gentlemen, since yesterday, there have been continuous drone bombings in Manipur. I don't know why the national media is not reporting it. They've been carried out by the Kuki National Army, or KNF. I spoke to some security personnel just before coming into the program, and they told me that without doubt there is a major foreign hand in this. There is, in their words, the involvement of highly trained professionals with technical expertise and support, which means foreign armies are carrying out and supporting drone attacks on Indian territory. This is as good as an indirect, covert foreign military operation. Viewers, the Kuki National Army is being supported by the Chinese. And we all know that the Chinese have been working very hard to escalate the situation in Manipur. Chinese weapons have been found, and the kind of drone bombings, and you're seeing some dramatic pictures on your screen, the kind of drone bombings that we've seen there in Manipur. Ladies and gentlemen, exactly the kind of drone bombings that are used by private armies who are fighting the military junta in parts of northern Myanmar, and all of them have got these weapons, these drones, this ammunition, this sophisticated technology from the Chinese. Ladies and gentlemen, this proves that the Chinese are behind the situation in Manipur. This is not just an ethnic conflict. Manipur is a grave national security situation. The entire situation in Manipur, Myanmar, on the India-Bangladesh border, on the India-Myanmar border, is very much on the tenterhooks. Today, I would say our nation is under attack in Manipur. When there are drone attacks being carried out using foreign weapons on our soil, will we still do politics over it? I spoke to some security people on the ground, people in uniform, and asked them, what do you feel about the politics? They said, it's so terrible. Brave security men who I spoke to said, this is a national security issue. This is a battle for India's national interest, our supreme national interest, and we feel very disappointed. General Sinha, he is asking, 1 minute, let me keep it going. Kapil, 1 minute. General Sinha, he is saying, how are these drones entering? First of all, are they being fired from the foreign side? Are they being fired from within? Is it Chinese technology being used by Kuki groups within? How is this working out? Is there an intel issue to be looked at here? Please.
Yeah, no. Gentlemen, I have commanded the division to give me at least that much of this thing that I understand the ground over there.
Yes.
See, you must understand, people have been using many names. First, you understand there is around a river that is flowing, and the Kukis are that side, Kuki Nagas are that side. There is a Chitgaon hill tract on which the Chinese have already got the port entry, and St. Martin Island is just 25 kilometers from there. You have to understand that. The second point I want to make it, India has made a big thing, look east policy when we got the Sitwe, the Kala Dan project, which has just about a month back, we have signed it, a big slap to Americans, big slap to Chinese over another Tista project. Now I'll come down to reality, what is happening on as per the drone is concerned. See, gentlemen, you understand how the drone, endurance of a drone. Drone doesn't require to be, just brought it to in the area of the operations and then launch. It has got endurance, and we all know by 2021 onwards, military junta is under tremendous pressure, and all these drones are coming from China. When we say absolutely this side, on the western side of Irrawaddy River, from Chitgaon side, where the Chinese have come, and what happened, what the Arnav was trying to explain it, what happened to Bangladesh, it has got both the angle. The Chinese angle, it is the American angle. St. Martin is one because they wanted to undo our east policy, especially what happened in More. More has been taken by Kukis. Please understand this. Now, someone was using, because where is the target? Target is Imphal West, not east.
If
you understand that area, that is a valley. 90% of the area is the hilly area. Only 10% is the valley where we have got Mathis and concentration of 60% population. A beautiful target area. How drones are coming? Drones are coming. I do not know the flight path. I do not know the endurance. But what one may guess, my understanding, I have got 2 decades of functioning at the highest level in that area. So please give me at least this much that I understand what is happening on ground.
So what should we do? My point is, what should we do now? We are, let's all assume that despite all our political difference, we are all concerned for our sovereignty. What should we do?
See, Arnav, you just can't do with politics or by diplomacy a hard military situation. You have to understand this. This is a hard military situation.
Very hard.
Where, very, very hard. And with this drone coming, drone warfare is going to, and it is going to trouble you so badly,
yes, sir,
that all political things will go away and
yes,
only the situation will remain over there. See, if 40, not 1 or 2, 40, you said the 50 odd, drones
50
have
bombs,
come.
50 bombs and a dozen
armed.
drone attacks.
These are not the strapped ones with the crude bombs which are being dropped. It has got, someone controls it. Please understand, it is not even happening in Jammu and Kashmir.
No, it's
there
very
the Chinese drones are there. They were only dropping it. RPG rounds, RPG weapons are being dropped. Which are also a measure of concern.
Well, isolated incidents of violence still being reported in the state that is limping back to normalcy. In fact, we saw how those dramatic visuals came in from Manipur. The state government, of course, has said that all efforts to establish peace in the state are being made, and such acts are condemned very strongly. The state government has already taken up immediate action to control the situation. But what were exactly these attacks? My colleague Ratndeep Chaudhary has more details.
At a time when Manipur was slowly limping back to normalcy, violence has once again erupted in the state today. Incidents of firing and explosion have taken place in Kautuk in Imphal West, which is adjacent to the Kankopi district, which is in the fringe area of the valley region and the hill region. And the state government has come on record to say that at least 2 people have died and several people are injured. What we are picking up from our sources in the government, that in different hospitals the injured people have been shifted. This includes our security personnel, and at least 9 to 10 people are injured. This numbers might go up because even as we report, there are reports of firing, intermittent firing, as well as explosions which are taking place. And very significantly, the state government has on record said that this time drones and bombs were used in this attack. So this is a reason of concern, given the fact that military grade drones bound for Manipur were actually apprehended months back by Assam police. That gave an indication that people who are involved in violent activities in Manipur have been using not only sophisticated arms, not only sophisticated ammunitions, bombs, but now they have started to use drones. And this time it seems that the state government now claims that drones were used.
Another attack that's taken place in Manipur. Now drones were used again for this attack that took place in Manipur. 3 civilians have now been injured in this latest attack. The militants allegedly used drone bombings and mortars followed by heavy firing before leaving the area with 3 automatic weapons. Now, the government sources have indicated that the NIA will be probing the matter. Do remember, this is the second such attack. Both these attacks that have taken place as far as Imphal is concerned. This has taken place using drones, and to get more.
A major escalation in crisis hit Manipur, with the weaponized drones used by suspected Kuki insurgents to carry out an attack in the Imphal West district, leading to 2 deaths and many injuries. An NDTV team at ground zero of the attack, Kautuk village in the Imphal West district, was witness to this charred truck and gutted houses with almost all belongings burned to ashes. The area is still volatile. Intermittent firing and even explosions could be heard at a distance, forcing the NDTV team to take cover. Locals question the role of the central forces that gird the fringe areas like Kautuk, that lies at the border of the Meitei-dominated valley region, and the Kuki villages up in the adjacent hills.
Yesterday was a different strategy for them, using the drone and then dropping. So that was new to us, and then we were not prepared for that. Assam Rifle is there, up there, controlling. So that should have taken the line of them and have the control of the firing from up.
The Sunday attack has marked yet another cycle of fear. 34-year-old Thangjam Basant had to flee Kotuk yet again. He broke down while speaking to NDTV. A woman was killed and her 12-year-old daughter injured. The woman had come to visit her maternal home.
Taramiba, my puck the upon me, puck targa upon me, Moje puck tabi, upon the mana taramiba, my bazida. Eat again, some the gate, doing up a little. Yum the pang upon the Inamado.
Basant, Anu and many others are now sheltered few miles away from Kotuk in this government school. About 150 people of the village have been displaced. They had faced a communal flare-up last year and had to stay in relief camps for months. Their lives were slowly limping back to normalcy until Sunday's attack. A day before the Sunday attack, Kuki Zomi groups held massive rallies and reiterated their demand for a separate union territory. The Kuki Zomi civil society groups have been claiming their villages being targeted by armed Meitei groups. They fear violence will escalate.
The violence in Manipur region will continue to escalate until and unless there is a permanent political solution for the Kuki Zo people, and as long as Biren Singh is in charge.
While security forces continued their joint combing operation in Manipur's Kangkopi and Imphal West districts, BJP's own MLA, R.K. Imo Singh, in a letter to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, have questioned the role of central forces if they were mere spectator to the fresh escalation. With BM Sanjuan Kotruk, this is Ratndeep Chaudhary for NDTV.
So yesterday, unfortunately, that drone dropping had been done by the suspected Kuki militants, and some damage had happened over here, right at the corner of the Kotuk village. Yesterday also we have taken up all those kind of measures to make it calm and normalcy. And today also we prepared everything, and bunkers are installed, 2 bunkers, and everything is on. These things, preparation is going on for normalcy.
Okay. Adequate security has been provided or not?
Yes, provided. Yesterday somewhat we were on, what to say, because of the bombing, some misunderstanding had happened, but since last night, everything is settled down and normalcy has come down.
Okay. In the meantime, we see some of the houses and some of the vehicles burned down. Can you kindly detail that?
That's what I told before. I said before that misunderstanding had happened, and then some lapses were there. In the meantime, they have taken the due advantage and they have burned down some of the vehicles over here. Now we are settled with proper security measures.
The breaking news coming in from the northeastern state of Manipur. 2 drone attacks in the past 2 days. After that, the state has now formed a high-level panel on drone attacks. In the panel is the army, police and paramilitary officials. Earlier, remember, the Manipur police had formed a panel as well. The chief minister had condemned the attack as acts of terrorism. So after the state government, now the central government forming a panel comprising army, police and paramilitary officials to probe these recent drone attacks. 2 drone attacks in the last 2 days in Manipur. Breaking news coming in from the northeastern state of Manipur. 2 drone attacks in the past 2 days. After that, the state has now formed a high-level panel on drone attacks. In the panel is the army, police and paramilitary officials. Earlier, remember, the Manipur police had formed a panel as well. The chief minister had condemned the attack as acts of terrorism. So after the state government, now the central government forming a panel comprising army, police and paramilitary officials to probe these recent drone attacks. 2 drone attacks in the last 2 days in Manipur.
And moving on, even as the national focus is on the foreign involvement in Manipur, Kuki group ITLF has now questioned Arnab's assessment of Manipur. However, they have not denied drone bombing in Manipur. I want to cut across to senior editor Shravan Sen, who joins us from the newsroom to take us through the details of the statement that has been released by this group. This clearly indicates, Shravan, how it has caused a storm after what Arnab spoke last night on the debate. What does this statement say?
Well, in fact, this has now become the biggest talking point. Republic Media Network is the only national news network on the ground. And Suesha, this has been an unprecedented drone attack that Manipur has actually witnessed, and perhaps for the first time ever in the history of Northeast India, we're looking at this kind of drone attacks that have taken place. And this is exactly what Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami had also raised in his debate, which has also become one of the biggest talking points, raising concerns about the foreign intervention. The reason why we are saying that there is a possible foreign intervention, I'll come to that in a short while from now. There is evidence to that effect, and that is the reason why there has been a well-researched story that we had put out in Arnab's show late last night. But now you have the umbrella group of the Kukis who have now put out a statement. In fact, the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum has put out this statement after looking at Arnab Goswami's show late last night, where he's raised questions about the possible foreign intervention and the fact that this drone attack that you're looking at, about 50 crude bombs being dropped in a span of just about 7 hours, could not have happened without the help of some external force. And that is exactly why the Manipur government has also formed a high-level committee to look into these allegations. We are saying this on the basis of certain reports that have been accessed. We are saying this on the basis of the kind of ammunition that has been recovered by the Manipur police. In a short while from now, we're going to put out the list of the ammunition that has been recovered, which will give you a sense of what we are saying. But let's first take a look at the statement that has been issued by the ITLF. And the big takeaways of the ITLF's statement. Number one, they do not deny the drone bombing attacks that have taken place in Manipur. In fact, they're shifting the blame, saying that drones are easily available. Now, that's not the question that we were essentially raising, but the fact that the nature of attacks, the nature of explosives that have been, found raises some very uncomfortable questions that as to who exactly was providing the insurgent group with the kind of explosives. Now, this is what they say. The Kuki-Zo conflict has nothing to do with Myanmar, US and China. That's the one big statement coming in from this press release. The other, the Kuki-Zo has no choice but to defend their territory and lives in response in Meitei's declaration of war against them. Now, this particular line that has been used by the group is an indication of the fact that such a conflict has taken place. The fact that they have not condemned the drone attacks that have taken place in that very area is also another cause of concern. The second that they are saying, the reason why they are dissing Republic Media Network's report is only because they say the drones are readily available in the market. Obtaining them does not require involvement from outside the country. So the question is, where exactly did this insurgent group get access to RPGs? How did they get access to the improvised devices that were used? How did they get access to the detonators that have been recovered? These are some questions that this statement does not answer. In fact, tonight at 9 p.m, Autumn is going to respond to all these questions that have been raised and the fact that we are going to put out a detailed report. We are the only news network on the ground looking at the extent of devastation that has taken place because of the drone attacks that have taken place since Sunday. Just to put this into perspective as to why we are saying that this is one of the biggest national security concern. The reason being, one, you're looking at over 50 bombs that were dropped in Imphal West. That's the periphery area between 2:30 on Sunday afternoon to about 8:30 in the evening. And it does not stop there. The bombing continued even till about late last evening when Republic Media Network was reporting live around 9 o'clock in the evening. That has resulted in the death of several people. Now, the other important question here is the list of ammunition. If I can also get you the list right now of the ammunition that has been recovered by the Manipur police. Now, these are from several areas closer to Imphal West. We are talking about 159 ammunition rounds that have been recovered by the Manipur police after the searches that were carried out. You're looking at IEDs, over 12 IEDs that have been recovered so far. And it does not end with just that. AK-47s and .303 rifles that have also been recovered from the searches that have been carried out. So the question that comes up as to who exactly is arming this very insurgent group, right, and why there is no denial of the bombing that has taken place, the bombs that have been dropped in Imphal West.
Imphal West District ki manung chanba kautrukta Kuki singna maitei khul singda drone dagi bomb thadaba yauna attack tawkhiba thodog adugi mastermind Technopol Assembly Constituency ki MLA Ledpau Haukipni mahaki mari makhong takpa ngamba miyoi da Bharat Hindu Mahasena Delhi na lupa lakh amagi mana piragani haina lauthorakli. Bharat Hindu Mahasena ki Chief Secretary Delhi dagi media da thadorakli ba chirol aduna makha taribadi Ledpau Haukipna Bharat Hindu Mahasena North East Headquarters Silong da numit tarani gi manung da changjarakadabni haina su khangalakle. Chirol aduna makha tarakli badi maru oina chingda leiriba Hindu temple sing Kuki narco terrorist singna RDX bomb na togai kiba kurimak tha ama fawbu gi manungda Kuki gi MLA tara amadi Kuki gi lalawbu singna nauna semgat kadabane maru oina kaubru lekha gi Shiv Mandir adusu Fazana Saraga Hindu singda sinagadabane natragadi Kuki gi MLA tara gi mathakta logi matung ina thokaningdaba thokdok thoklakane. Manipur da lairiba Manipur gi maitai amadi ching da lairiba Naga ichilanau singi awaba ani asidasu Nnational IM amadi Nnational Kiena angamba mateng kharadang oiragasu pangbifam thoi masada Senapati Kangpokpi Chochanpur More amadi Jiribam da lairiba nan Manipuri sing khudimaknasu Manipuri singi mateng panggadabane. Imphal City gi akoiba da lairiba Marwari Bihari Rajasthani Punjabi, Gujarati, Marathi, Assamese, Tamil kudimaknasu Manipur kanbada mateng pangbiu maruoina Manipur gi maitei Muslim ichilanau sing Students Union CSO kudimak amadi Manipur gi khulngagliba ichilanau singa amadi chinge ichilanau singi organization kudimaka Bharat Hindu Mahasena ga amato oina khongfam chetna leminaduna Manipur kanbada kanba thodang lominasi su hairakli.
Kuki Kulai Piber Singna Tairakli drone attack singer Silakshan Naba Pambai Lady. Adumoinamak, Lamdamasi Central Force Personnel Pumna Maglo Tokraga. Stat Force Kaktana Lana Si Tangna Badi Oitoklo Haina, Manipur Police ki DGP Rajib Singh na Fudurakli. Kuki Kulai Piber Singna Landaraki Ba Kautrugama Sunkadang Banda. Hausi Wadiba Pibam Yangshin Bachatpada Wafamasi Fondo Kibane. Manipur Police ki Makok Tongpa Officer Kayagaloina na Yangshin Bachatpadu da DGP Rajib Singh na Hai Kuki Kulai Piber Singh na Tairakli ba Anobo Makal ki attack Singh asigi matang da Center ki Luchingba Singh yauna Mari Lainaba Kudingma ka Pau Paunare. Oirakli ba Pibam Masi Manipur Police na Hakchuna Lobagaloina na Atuba Matam da Lakshan Naba Akan Bamongda Honare. Pibam Masi Lakshan Bangam Nabagi Damak NSG yauna Tongan ba Force ki Makok Tongba Singasu Pau Paunare. Drone season aduna Tairakli ba attack asi Tangnana ba Made Tingnaba Pambai Lere, Makatanasu, Tongan ba expert Singi Mateng Lonaba Taurang Lere. Chief Minister Nasu, Mari Lainaba Singa, Awang Batakta, Wari Saduna, Irang Asilakshan Naba Honare, Masida Center Nasu, Pipam Topa support Kuding Mag Pirakli Haiki.
This is a new thing which has happened, and we have already Manipur police ने पहले ही tweet किया हुआ है, so it has been escalated, and we are taking it very seriously. We have spoken to everybody from here to Delhi, और वहाँ दिल्ली में भी NSG से भी हम लोगों ने बात किया है, DG NSG से बात किया है, उनकी टीम से बात किया है, प्लस और भी एक्सपर्ट्स आ रहे हैं. हम लोगों ने कमिटी भी एक बनाई है ये ड्रोन के बारे में पूरा ये पढ़ने के लिए, एंड समथिंग टू डू काउंटर करने के लिए उसको कैसे हम लोग आगे ये करें. आसाम राइफल एक कमेटी तो बना दी गई, बट उसके बाद भी कुछ एक्सपर्ट्स को भी हम लोग बुला रहे हैं, और जल्दी से जल्दी हम लोग कुछ इसका उपाय ढूंढेंगे. वहां पर हमारे पास कुछ है काउंटर के लिए, दैट ऑल्सो वी आर ट्राइंग टू डिप्लॉय. और प्लस जो हिल के एरियाज हैं, जो जहां पर अटैक हुए हैं 3-4 जगह, उन सभी पे हम लोग के ऑपरेशन चल रहे हैं. कल भी हुए थे, आज भी हुए हैं, आज रिकवरीज भी हुई है, कल भी कुछ रिकवरीज हुई थी, तो कॉम्बिंग ऑपरेशन चलता रहेगा. वो बिल्कुल ही श्योर है कि सो एवरीवेयर कॉम्बिंग ऑपरेशंस विल कैरी ऑन.
Nakal amaromda Maikei Kayadagi Central Force Sing Lamdamasidi Lautokinaba Taksilagli Si Maram Jade. Irangasi Stat Force Kaktana Tangnaba Ibasi Kaidong the Oitokloi. Stat Force ki Ladiba Personnel Mashingasidagi Yam the Hanamato Tabana. Central Force Personnel Singalwina Junction Minabagi Tangai Fadabalay. Masigi Matakta Stat Force ki Personnel Singasi Ate Law Enforcement Duty the Sources in Nadaba Yadabana. Personnel Masingasi Aduma Watuna Lady Bane. Tongan ba Central Force Singi Mayokta Miyamna Yaning the Bafongdong Narakli ba Sigi Matang the So Kumna Yang Sinduna Discipline Force Singasigi Kanglon Kaiba Tabak Toram Labade Action Lokatkani Security Force na Lepa Laitana Chingi District Sing the Search Operation Chathari Amade Galangama Sungasi Kutsukulai Kia Fakat Pangam Krehana Su Mahana Makatana Fongdoki.
We are already studying it. We have talked to experts. We have जो एक्सपर्ट्स हैं इन चीजों में, उनसे कल मैंने खुद भी बात किया है, और सीएम साहब ने भी कई जगह पर हाई लेवल पे बात की है. द सेंटर इज आल्सो प्रोवाइडिंग ऑल सपोर्ट टू अस, और इस चीज में दे आर आल्सो वरीड, एंड वी आर ट्राइंग टू गेज कि किस तरह से इसको टैकल किया जा सके, एंड वी ऑल आर वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स इट. सी फॉर मी एवरी फोर्स इज द सेम, एंड एज आई सेड कि right now the requirement of force is so much that only the state force will not be able to do, because state force is employed in other normal law and order duties, traffic duties, this, that. So obviously we need central forces, and that is why about 198 companies of central forces are here, apart from the Assam Rifle. So everybody will combine together and work and try to, yes, there may be some complaints of some inaction or some passiveness, that we will look into it. इन्होंने भी बताया है, हम लोग जरूर देखें. अभी आपके सामने वो जो कमांडर थे उनको बताया गया है, and we will take it up with the senior officer. वो ऐसा होगा नहीं, अगर कोई एक्टिव नहीं रहेगा और इस तरह की खबर मिलेगी तो विल डेफिनेटली टेक एक्शन, चाहे वो स्टेट पुलिस का हो या सेंट्रल फोर्स का हो. अगर वो अपना काम नहीं कर रहा ठीक से, तो ऑब्वियस है कि भाई इट इज अ डिसिप्लिन फोर्स, प्रोफेशनल फोर्स है, तो उसमें तो हम लोग को ये सब करना ही पड़ता है. वी आर गोइंग ऑल आउट अगेंस्ट देम, and we are doing our operations. I have spoken to the corps commander also. I have spoken to Assam Rifles, all IGs also, and they are also very serious. In fact, DG Assam Rifle has come today, and he is also trying his level best. So everybody combined as a team is working together along with the state government. The Honorable Chief Minister is also taking it very seriously, and he has been talking to several people on different fronts, and we are trying to take it as seriously, and whoever has done it, we will not be sparing.